Hello, friends. Welcome to your fun and exciting channel. Let's dive right in. Today, our destination is the captivating continent of Africa, specifically the eastern part. Our journey takes us around a queen whose fame is not derived from her achievements, accomplishments, or even her beauty. Instead, this queen is notorious for an entirely different reason. She is known for her bloodthirstiness, with a history steeped in murder and torture, not against external enemies but against her own people and subjects. She slaughtered half of her population. The history books bear witness to what can be considered one of the largest genocidal acts in history. Without further ado, let's embark on a historical journey to Madagascar to uncover the story of Queen Ranavalona I, or as she is known, the Bloodthirsty Queen of Madagascar. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our latest content. You can further support the channel on Patreon through the link in the description box, enabling us to continue bringing you exciting and fresh content. Your support makes a significant difference for us. Ranavalona I. Step into the enthralling world of Ranavalona I, one of the queens of the Kingdom of Madagascar whose names have been etched into the annals of history. Born in either 1778 or 1788, depending on the source, Ranavalona I is also known by the name Ramavo in records documenting her life. Two intriguing narratives surround her childhood, both intricately linked to her ascension to the royal family and eventual coronation as the Queen of Madagascar. In the first narrative, Ranavalona is portrayed as the daughter of a prince named Andrian Selamankaka. Although not part of the ruling dynasty, this prince had a close relationship with the royal palace, especially with King Andrian Ampoinimarina. Learning of a plot to assassinate the king by his uncle, who had previously been removed from the throne by King Andrian Ampoinimarina, the prince alerted the king, saving him from a deadly fate. In gratitude, the king betrothed Ranavalona to his son and heir, Prince Radama, declaring that their first child would succeed Radama in the throne. The second narrative, more widely accepted, paints a different picture. According to this version, Ranavalona was born into a poor family near the Antananarivo region. Her life took a drastic turn when her father, as in the first narrative, warned the king of an assassination plot. As a token of gratitude, the king adopted Ranavalona into the royal family, along with her own family, elevating them from obscurity to royalty. The story unfolds as Ranavalona I, now part of the royal family, marries the son of King Radama I, becoming his 12th wife. The twists and turns of her journey through royalty, shaped by gratitude, loyalty, and political intrigue, set the stage for a captivating saga in Madagascar's history. The Bloodthirsty Queen of Madagascar. Enter the intriguing realm of Ranavalona I, a queen whose formidable leadership propelled her to seize power after her husband's death in 1828. Although her son, Radama II, was the rightful heir, he was a child at the time. To secure absolute rule, Ranavalona I orchestrated the elimination of anyone vying for the throne. Amassing an army of over 300,000 soldiers, she strategically deployed factions to remote regions of Madagascar to secure her reign and thwart any rebellions. The era of her reign, lasting 33 years, became known as the Dark Years among the people of Madagascar. The reason was undeniably terrifying. Queen Ranavalona I, apart from implementing ruthless tax collection and enslaving her people, violated treaties her predecessor had made with European nations. This isolationist approach plunged Madagascar into economic seclusion, causing widespread famine. Beyond that, she employed horrifying methods to torture criminals and dissenters alike. One such method, known as tangina, involved the accused swallowing the toxic fruit of the tangina plant after consuming the skins of 3 chickens. If the skins were expelled intact, the person was deemed innocent. Otherwise, execution awaited. According to historical accounts, this primitive yet gruesome practice claimed the lives of approximately 2% of the local and foreign population. The brutality extended beyond criminals to encompass Christian missionary campaigns. The Queen's atrocities peaked in 1835 when she fell seriously ill, teetering on the brink of death. Surprisingly, she defied expectations, recovering and resuming her rule. She attributed her recovery to the power of Sambi, the 12 talismans in which she fervently believed. Ranavalona granted immense authority and high status to priests and sorcerers, integrating them into her inner circle. To reinforce her religious traditions, she suppressed Christianity, banning missionary efforts and imposing severe punishments, including dismemberment and boiling in hot water, for those who defied her edicts. The suffering inflicted upon her people by this bloodthirsty queen, some argue, aimed to solidify her rule and thwart foreign intervention. The tragedies were both painful and horrifying, to the extent that even her son and heir, Prince Radama II, disapproved of his mother's actions. Raised under French influence, Prince Radama II undid himself to the populace by saving citizens from Tangina torture and providing food to laborious and the impoverished to rescue them from starvation. The attempted redemption of Ranavalona. The young prince was earnestly seeking to put an end to his mother's blood-stained rule. To achieve this, he devised a plan with a French businessman, Joseph-François Lambert, who had strong connections with French authorities, in 1854. In a letter sent to Napoleon III, the prince requested the invasion of Madagascar, promising internal support to rid the island of Ranavalona's reign. The authenticity of this letter sparked debate among historians. Some argue that the prince lacked proficiency in writing French, suggesting Lambert as the author. Others contend that the prince, educated through French missions, crafted the letter, with Lambert merely serving as a courier. In 1855, Prince Radama II signed the Lambert Treaty, a pact that granted Joseph Lambert exclusive rights to exploit Madagascar's minerals, forests, and other resources. In return, the prince would receive a mere 10% of the revenues, while Lambert committed to providing financial and military support for the Queen's overthrow. For this purpose, Lambert embarked on a European tour, presenting the treaty to various rulers and seeking their military and financial assistance. In 1857, Lambert returned to Madagascar, yet without the anticipated support. Despite this setback, the prince spared no effort to achieve his goal. Determined to proceed with the coup against his mother with Lambert's assistance, the attempted uprising ended in failure. Queen Ranavalona's reaction was inevitable, but the complexity lay in the fact that the plot involved her only son and heir. Blaming Lambert entirely, the Queen extended punishment to all foreigners throughout Madagascar. Orders were issued to hunt down and kill foreigners nationwide. Despite this, Lambert and a select few managed to escape outside Madagascar, while the young prince made no further attempts to dethrone his mother. The demise of Queen Ranavalona. Fate, an ever-present player in the grand theatre of life, took its turn, and the bloodthirsty queen met her end in August of 1861, at the age of 83. 33 of those years were spent ruling the land, years that became a hellish nightmare for her people, a period marked by bloodshed, cruelty, and suffering. The consequences were severe, with Madagascar's population dwindling to half its former size. According to reports and statistics, Madagascar's population, estimated at around 5 million in 1833, plummeted to merely 2.5 million by 1839. This staggering decline was a result of epidemics, famines, and arbitrary killings orchestrated by Ranavalona I, casting her name into the annals of history as one of the most bloodthirsty queens in African, if not world, history. It is said that upon her death, her son celebrated by slaughtering thousands of animals and presenting them as a gift to his people. This, my friends, concludes our journey into the life of Queen Ranavalona I, the bloodthirsty queen. Of course, history is replete with tales of bloodthirsty monarchs and the woes they inflicted upon their subjects through murder and torture. However, the rarity of female rulers like Queen Ranavalona I in historical accounts, especially in the annals of atrocity, is strikingly low. Her story stands as a poignant reminder of the havoc and tragedies that pursuit of power and megalomania can unleash upon nations and peoples, from ancient times to our modern era. Indeed, the present is not exempt from the tyranny and oppression exercised by rulers. Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, serves as a stark example. While he may not have killed half of Syria's population like Ranavalona did, his regime's numerous massacres and forced displacements have left more than half of the Syrian population as refugees, fleeing from the cruelty of their ruler to preserve his grip on power. In our diverse world, it's hard to believe that any of us, whether in Europe or any corner of the globe, has not encountered at least one person of Syrian origin who fled their homeland in recent times. The fear of the tyranny and oppression wielded by the country's leader has driven many to seek refuge in other lands. Tragedies persist, whether at the hands of tyrants or within international systems. Those claiming to be great nations continue to subject weaker, impoverished nations to their tyranny. Though the methods differ from what Queen Ranavalona employed, these nations masterfully torture their people under twisted guises and various labels that legitimize their oppression, sometimes even resorting to genocide. My friends, what are your thoughts on the story of Queen Ranavalona I? Do you have any knowledge of others who walked a similar path? I eagerly await your opinions and comments on this matter. Stay well, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Support us on Patreon, details in the description box, because your support makes a difference, enabling us to bring you engaging and fresh content. Look forward to our next encounter very soon.